Have you lost your way? There are better places to die than Garradel's swamp.
I know who you are. Don't think this absolves you.
Is that what brought you here? To slay the witch? I suppose I look the part. But I am not your quarry. If you intend to destroy the evil corrupting this swamp, you've come to the wrong place. My name is Nalia.
Don't lie to me, witch. I don't give a damn what your name is.
You must think me so evil for the lies Garradel's told. I was a resident of Tir Calte before it was destroyed. I lived and loved there. If you're going to pass judgment, shouldn't you hear all sides of the story?
Go on. Speak your piece.
I assure you, I'm as human as the next woman. Born and raised here, as I've said. I've always wanted to be a healer, or white mage. An herbalist, you might say. I received some training before the disaster struck. Now, I live my life in solitude, beholden to the protection of Tir Gil's people. You don't know what suffering is, boy, until you watch your dreams die.
So, you didn't cause the curse?
Heavens, no. I spend every waking hour trying to fight it. As you can see, after all these years, it's left me utterly drained.
You're telling me you don't control these creatures?
No. I try to help those they attack. I'm often too late. Does that answer your question?
Am I supposed to thank you?
If you wish. I take my gratitude from knowing you've listened to me. Most men would rather die than turn an honest ear to someone they hate.
Aiden.
We were childhood friends. Aiden is very dear to me. We stopped speaking when we were young because I neglected a love he professed for me which I could not return at the time.
How did Aiden discover the garden?
It's my favorite place. Originally, my beloved and I, not Aiden, the mage, would sit there, and he'd teach me how to draw my power from the living things of the earth. An old technique, but a tested one. After he was gone, I spent most of my time there, until one day Aiden stumbled in, looking for food.
You protect him when he travels the swamps?
I don't see him directly. It would be too embarrassing to show him this face. The age you see is the result of great magical strain, nothing else. I'm much younger than I appear. And if I abandoned my duty to the villagers of Tir Gil, the veil would fall. But to answer your question, yes. I see Aiden safely through the swamps.
I wouldn't worry about him seeing you. The villagers seem to agree that you're the source of their problems. Aiden wears an amulet he believes will protect him from confrontations with you.
I'm sure it's for the best.
Some of the creatures carry them too. Any idea why?
Maybe they're just pretty things that shine. How should I know?
I'm sorry I threatened you, Nelia. What's next?
One thing I can think of that would help. I have no right to ask this of you, but I have no other human contact, and it isn't something I can do myself.
I'm listening.
When those creatures attacked you, I used much of my energy to fight them off. Normally it would slowly regenerate, but white magic isn't meant to be used for violence, and I feel incredibly strained.
You did all that to save me?
Your disposition reminded me of someone from my past. Besides, it was the right thing to do. Isn't that worth dying for? My fear is for the village. Without my protection, it won't be long before the undead make it their sacking ground.
What can I do?
My beloved and I kept a journal. A collection of loose notes, really. They were scattered when my home was destroyed. I recovered what I could back then, but many were lost in the swamp. Our notes contain many important spells, including a unique restoration spell we designed ourselves.
You really think those pages are still around?
I hope so. The pages were stored in an impregnable tower built just outside my village. It was quite magnificent, really. If you can find the page, I'd be forever grateful.
I'll do my best. Where's the tower?
An old tower near Teal'c. You may have seen it already. Take my journal. I drew a map of the swamp from memory at a time. The location of the tower is marked. I may have missed some pages in my old house as well.
Your journal isn't something you'll need?
Without your help, I won't need much at all, I'm afraid.
Save your strength. I'll return soon.